Hello. It's officially been over a year since we last talked, but I have a lot of things that I want to tell you about, which I'm going to work on that slowly but surely. Today, it's raining, it's a bit gloomy, and I was looking very deeply inside myself, and I think that it's time for me to try to move forward. So, I'm going to tell you about why 27 is a very important year in your life, and I feel like a year that's going to completely change you as a person. While I am doing that, I am also going to be putting on press-on nails because I want to. So if you hear some background noises, that's what's going on. Thanks for asking. So, 27. Let me tell you about it. To really give you the full effect on why 27 changed me, I need to tell you about before 27. And for you to understand why this year has made such an impact on me as a person, you should know that before now, I have very much had a lot of mental health problems. As I have said in previous postings, I suffer a lot and have suffered a lot, and I honestly never really planned very much to see what my future was going to be like. I never was a person that wanted a career and a family and to have everything planned out perfectly, because I didn't want to be here like that because I was suffering so much, and it sucked a lot. And there was no difference in that at the beginning of 27, which is fine. I think you have to go through things to get to the experience part of it. So my experiences were that I finally had to start being an adult. I was in a position where it was me or nothing, meaning I was the only person that could help my situation, and I had to take control of the things that I could take control of, and I had to let go of things that I could not control. And that was very hard for me because as a person that had not planned on having a future because they didn't want to be here, having to move forward into being a person that has responsibilities and has things that will be affecting their future now, it really changes how your brain starts to think about things. And the other thing that will change your life is a health scare. So I had a very big health scare over the summer and ended up having to have 2 emergency procedures, or else I was going to die. And that really puts it into perspective. Not only in the form of I experienced this traumatic event that has changed how I view my life, but also I see how this traumatic event also affected everybody else in my life and is still currently affecting everybody else in my life. And I have to take that into account now, because before I had a very selfish brain thinking about how I felt all the time and not ever worrying about how I felt was affecting anybody else, or how anything I was doing was affecting anybody else. And it's really hard to start to fully conceptualize that, especially when it is not something you have ever made yourself really do. And it's also, you're feeling a lot of guilt for not doing these things before because you didn't care, because you didn't want to be here anymore. You didn't want to have to deal with it. And moving forward with that guilt and the understanding in yourself that you don't want to make other people feel like that anymore, and you also don't want to feel like that anymore yourself. So, I will also say that I feel seeking medical help is very important in your life, and it is something you should do regularly, especially if you think something is wrong or if you feel like something is off. And even if it takes multiple visits from different people, always try to advocate for yourself in the best way possible to get the best care for yourself that you'll need. Never give up hope, and always try to be positive about it, because I went in and got emergency surgery, and I had no time to even think about what is going to happen. Am I going to die? I just had to act. So it really rewires the brain, because you go from fight or flight to, I had this really big fight, and now I'm traumatized and I have to rest. And you have to be really easy on yourself and come to terms with the fact that you've been hard on yourself for so long, because you experience all of these emotions that you don't know what to do with, that feel so heavy and so strong, and you can't escape from them. And it's just a lot in your brain all at once, and you don't really know what to do with yourself sometimes. Having to sit with that for a while and healing yourself from the inside out is challenging when you never expected to feel this way about yourself, because you've always felt the other way about yourself. So moving forward with that has been challenging, and there have been successes in the challenge. I think it'll always be an uphill battle, but it's one I'm more willing to fight now. I'd like to attribute that to many different things, but I would like to give myself credit where credit is due. If not anywhere else, then at least just here, because I feel like it takes a lot to be where I am. And I don't think a year ago I would have done it. I don't think a month before it happened I would have been able to do it. I don't think 5 hours before it happened I would have been able to do it. But it happened, and I did it, and I'm different now, and I feel different now, and I'm trying to understand it better with help from other people, instead of just trying to do it myself. And it feels a lot more different than what I've ever experienced before. So that has been interesting. I heard from a radio talk show the other day that people are saying 27 is a year that changes your life because of all of the realities that you're facing, and it starts to set in how real life is and how you are really here living, and how fucking crazy it is, because it is. I don't know why 27 is that year, but it was for me, so I can confirm that. And I am 9 months into being 27. I only get to be 27 for 3 more months, and I feel like I'm a different person now. I will be leaving 27 a different person than what I came into it. And it hasn't been like that in at least a decade. I am very proud of myself for being able to move forward and pushing myself to do things like this again, but in a different way. And I think I am making healthier choices for myself and my brain and my body. And I am hopeful and thankful to be able to move forward and continue on with life and be able to share happiness and things with other people. I feel like I'm moving more towards finding what my purpose is supposed to be rather than just meandering around waiting for it to find me. And I don't know why it took so long for me to be able to get there, but I'm embracing it and accepting it and learning how to grow with it. Moving forward, I would like to tell you about my hopes for the rest of 27 and moving forward. First and foremost, this is a little secret, so don't tell anybody, but when I was 26, I started writing a book, and I'd really like to be able to finish it. I'm not going to tell you anything else about what it's about or how completed it is, anything like that, but that is one of my dreams. It's been a dream since I was in elementary school, I want to say, to write a book. And I would like to complete it, even if just for my own selfish wants. Even if I don't ever try to get it published or have anybody edit it or even read it at all. I just want to finish it. So whether 27 or 28 brings that to me, I would like to have that done relatively soon, within the next 5 years. Hopefully within the next 2 years. I would also like to find a different career path. The job that I have now, I do love very much, but it is not sustainable for life moving forward, especially not the life that I want to live. And I need to find something to sustain myself for the rest of my life. That way I have income and can do the things that I want to do. So I need to work deeper on finding a career and moving forward with adulthood. I would also like to venture out and do more things. I used to suffer very badly from agoraphobia, and I have been working through that for years now. Not just the catalyst of 27 has brought that upon me. So, I would like to continue to push myself to go out and do more things despite the fear that I feel inside my body. I would also like to be able to try to meet new people and create new connections. I feel like that would be enriching for myself. I would like to get healthier than what I am now, and I may or may not speak on that further in the future. And if I do, then you will understand. But until then, no more on that subject. I would also like to build my credit, because as an adult, credit is something that is just so very important in life, and I hate it so much because it's such a rigged system. But it's absolutely necessary to get ahead in life. So, working on building that. I would also like to take better care of myself beauty-wise, meaning upkeeping a good skincare routine and keeping up my hair and doing little things like putting on press-on nails because they make me feel better about myself. Maybe even doing my eyelashes. Who knows? Just little things like that make me feel better about myself instead of just keeping myself in a state where I feel gross and I'm like, ew, you're gross. That's unfortunate. Instead of just trying to make myself feel better by, I don't know, doing my hair or putting on some nails, I feel like it's not that big of a controversy. So I would like to be able to focus on that more moving forward. It just started raining even harder, and I finished putting on these press-on nails, and I really don't know how I feel about them. I don't know if I'm feeling them or not. I appreciate you hanging out with me while I was putting them on, though. They might just need to be filed and looked at in a different light. They're square. I don't normally do square. I'm more of an almond girl. I just found these in my makeup bag while I was looking for my laptop charger, so I was like, oh, let's put these on and see how they look. And now I don't really like them that much, but that's okay. I'm allowed to feel that way about things. Hey, this is me from the future. Just know that in this little portion, I cut out a bunch of shit because I went on a very big yap sesh that wasn't coherent and didn't make sense. So I cut all of it because it was stupid. So it's gonna cut immediately to the end. I just wanted to let you know that there was something that was supposed to be here in the middle and it is now gone. Thank you. Goodbye. I hope you make it to 27, and I hope it treats you the same way that it's treated me, because I think this is something everybody needs. Love you.